Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Tanya Neja, and with me is Mr. Shailesh Singh. He's the Director and Chief People Officer at Max Life Insurance. Thank you so much, sir, first of all, for taking the time out and joining us here on Business Today Television. And I want to begin by asking you about your journey because I think you joined Max Life Insurance in 2012, if I'm not wrong. So, how has the journey been so far?
Absolutely fulfilling journey. A journey which has been like a marathon where it has gone through its natural ups and downs, and I've really enjoyed the journey by growing myself and by growing the enterprise. It has been an absolute delight. We have been, ever since I joined from the year 2012, participating in the Great Place to Work survey, and for 10 consecutive years we have been moving up, on that journey. We have successfully crafted a culture that we are proud of. We stayed differentiated. We have been in the top 100, top 50, and we were ranked 18 in 2021. That was when we last participated in the Great Place to Work survey. So we are really proud of having created, and I personally find it extremely fulfilling. My career before Max Life included 17, 18 years of work with General Electric. And Max Life provided me extremely fertile ground to deploy some of my learnings from General Electric. And I have really enjoyed that journey, whether it's on talent, culture, really ensuring that supervisors anchor the enterprise agenda. All of these I have had great learnings from GE, and Max Life is where one has deployed all of these and been growing from strength to strength. So overall, when I look back at my journey, I find it extremely fulfilling.
Okay, well said. And sir, you're also passionate about gender diversity and inclusion. So how are you using, your passion at Max Life Insurance?
Gender diversity to me is really, to me, it emanates from my belief in inclusion. And I feel that in this world, everything to sustain, including success, must be based on diversity. If I look around at the universe, if I look around at this world, whatever has had harmony um, today is based on diversity of yesterday. And therefore, I believe that for any enterprise, for any family to succeed in the long term, it must be based on diversity. And gender diversity is, of course, the most prominent, visible form of diversity. But it is not diversity. When I talk or believe in diversity, it's not just limited to that. It's about including everyone. It could be children, it could be youngsters, it could be people from different geographies, it could be people from coming from different language backgrounds. So all kind of diversity. But women diversity, given that this world has about 50% women, is absolutely the most prominent form of gender diversity. And I personally believe that if we have to deploy the full potential of women to the workplaces, the workplace will be much better. The kind of emotional intelligence that one sees from women, the kind of customer service, the kind of persistency, the kind of caring nature, and the kind of intelligence overall that one sees from women. I think a lot of that remains untapped today in India for a variety of reasons. It could be some cultural inhibitions, it could be lack of education, but we as an enterprise, I think, have a terrific role to play there and really lift this game. So we are making an effort to really get more women into the workforce. About 10 years back, from about 10 years back to today, we have doubled our diversity numbers, and our desire is to continue to build more momentum on this. And we do it by talking about it, by raising awareness, by having our senior leadership team really take charge, and of course creating policies that incentivize hiring of women. We invest in leadership programs for women so that there's a leadership bench, and when it comes to promotions and career growth, they are not left behind. So it is a mix of enabling women, building capability, as well as ensuring that there is balance in the workplace without compromising on overall meritocracy that we believe in.
Very good to know that, sir. Very good to hear that. But I also want to talk about mental well-being because we always, talk about physical well-being, but mental health is equally important, and people are actually struggling with, mental health issues. So, what are you doing for your employees? I mean, as far as mental health is concerned.
First and foremost, I think as an organization, as a company, we have a stance uh, of keeping a balance and harmony at workplace, and therefore we tell our supervisors that balance for them and for their employees, for the teams, is extremely important. So one is leadership messaging on these topics, where we want to ensure that everyone understands that this is important and in alignment with company's stance. Number one. Number two, We also have sessions which are focused on yoga sessions, for example. We call doctors that come and talk about different, we have nutritionists that come and talk, doctors that talk about, health issues. We organize health camps and do regular tests for employees. So it's a blend of all of these. When we shower the workplace with some of these periodically, we have an app through which employees get free doctor's consultation. So, we talk about fitness. So we get spiritual leaders to come to our workplaces and and talk about these topics. So our effort is really, health and wellness is a priority for us, and whether it is mind, body, or spirit, all of them must be addressed and must be cared for. So through a mix of messaging and a mix of activities, interventions, we are trying to get this agenda far and wide. We need to do more. I must also say at the same time that this is an agenda, ongoing agenda, and we need to certainly do much more than what we are doing today, and we will continue to do that.
Okay, great. And also let's talk about technology as well, because I think many organizations are actually, using artificial intelligence, machine learning. So how are you using technology at Max Life Insurance?
Technology at Max Life is used for at two or three levels. So first and foremost for a day-to-day work, an employee's life. How do you transact, your day-to-day work? How do you mark your attendance? How do you, you get your pay slips? How do you see your PF accumulations? How do you interview people and input comments? So your day-to-day work, how do you get appraised, the performance? All of those are digitized, through an app. And then there is an intranet, which is the company platform for you to go and look for information and knowledge that you need for your day-to-day work. In addition, there are sales apps that are provided to employees so that uh, they are enabled to do sales, which tells them about products, tells them about the features of products, illustrations, calculations, all of those. And then technology is also used for special purposes, where you deploy AI for actually reading customer behavior and improvising on the products. We use technology for uh, getting customer feedback and then improving our customer service on an ongoing basis. So there are customer touch points, and we use net promoter score at different touch points to get customers to give us feedback on how we are doing. And wherever our scores fall low, we sort of obviously focus on those areas and improvise. So the advantage of technology in in handling routine governance item versus creating value. We deploy technology for all purposes. We are a big fan of deploying technology. We think it simplifies life for all of us. I am personally a big believer of simplicity, and I think tech is a very powerful way of simplifying everyone's life, irrespective of which function and what level you work at.
Absolutely well said. And lastly, sir, any piece of advice that you would like to give our viewers and HR leaders or managers who are watching you at this point in time?
I think if I can, from my own learnings, if I and reflections, if I can share uh, one learning that I would want to leave with the viewers is stay a learner lifelong. You know, uh, Tech will come and go, disruptions will come and go. If you are a learner, you will be able to change gears and adapt and evolve, and treat it as an opportunity. Uh, uh, I have personally been, this is really age agnostic. You know, I have found this is an extremely successful way of grappling with life and challenges that come your way. Stay a learner and don't give up. You will succeed.
I think you said it. And on that wonderful note, thank you so much, Mr. Singh.